Fintech, Fintech and innovation in Qatar. That's the focus today we're going to discuss. Fintech players in 2021 globally, we need to understand the initial public offerings and the prospects for the coming years. Fintech as an investment proposition, how does it stand? What about the Gulf states, especially Qatar? How does it work? Who are the Qatar-based fintech companies? How do we recognize there are growing opportunities, including the new one, Qatar? How the evolution of banking is converging on digital and open banking. These are some of the issues we are going to discuss now. If you look at the fintech companies, several big names, fintech made their public debuts in 2021. Coin-based, global, Robinhood Markets. I just saw the results for the last quarter. Phenomenal performance. Marketer, say a few. The past year was the strongest year of IPO listings on record, with over 2,400 deals amounting over 450 billion, according to Ernst & Young. Some of the glaring names which are building great brand equity is Stripe. It's a fintech bringing payments to the digital advantage. Plate is another one, very successful one. It's another fintech bringing payments into modern age, with Stripe focusing on helping facilitate transactions for businesses. Customer connect their bank accounts. Account summary comes in to different financial applications. That's more important. So who are using it? PayPal, Venmo, Kimi, Robinhood. Quickly transfer funds, you use Play technology. Now, Kimi is another success story globally. A company that looks into bringing banking services to all type of customers, focusing on those underserved by traditional banks. So there are still the fintech companies capturing those gaps, and that's their niche. They concentrate on those specific pockets where the banks find it not highly remunerative. But the market has to trust the brand. The market has to rely on these fintech companies. They partner with the regional banks to design financial products for customers, creating a competitive market with a low-cost option. That's in the US. Opportunities are arising in technology on account of such trends. Global fintech investments have reached 98 billion in the first half, and again, compared to previous year, it's around 87 billion. UK saw again a huge slice of invested in the fintech, nearing 25 billion, and we should also look at investments across the globe. This region, EMEA, is all incredibly positive, with 39 billion invested in the first 6 months last year. That's nearly 14 billion more than 2020. So we have plenty of opportunities cropping up in terms of investments, because it's an application of technology and innovation to solve the needs of the consumers and firms in the financial space. That's why it's called financial technology. Think credit cards, online banking, blockchain-powered cryptocurrencies. But regional regulators have not endorsed cryptocurrencies in substance. We need to understand these dynamics. Advancement like remote payments, app-based stock trades, again, automated insurance claims became a commonplace. So any financial service today embedded with fintech, and the tools are available. That's the global space. If you look at the e-commerce in the Gulf states, this is an inflection point. If you look at 2020, when the pandemic started, for individuals, business, and economies around the globe, the acceleration, the pace at which the e-commerce has taken momentum, we need to understand these dynamics are going to be extraordinary. And bringing that loyalty, building that customer base, leveraging on the technology, massive transaction-based processing are all getting into digital advantage. Fintech is leveraging on it. If you look at the top names in the MENA, we have PayTabs, Shukal Mall, that's a good one, financial products comparison. Even bankers, we look at who, for comparative reasons, online payment processing comes out of PayTabs. We have, again, it could be any industry. Baizat, online health insurance, HR solution provider. Behave, SME-focused peer-to-peer lending platforms. The Ella Compare is another financial products comparison site. So the list goes on. So for rental payments, we use Ajar Online. Property management, we use Ajar Online. The startup focused on payments, remittances, insurance, online trading, digital banking, crowdfunding, blockchain and cryptocurrencies have seen the most of the investments within the fintech sector in the Gulf. Now, I'm not sure that digital currency will come eventually by the regulatory authorities and they will unify without the disturbing the overall payment mechanism. They have to do it, and how the regulatory tech will control all these fintech firms, it remains to be seen. Roughly 85% of the fintech firms in MENA operates on the payments, transfers and remittance sectors. Now, Qatar is concerned, they're focusing on improving the customer experience by providing more accessible financial service. Fintech solutions are enabling the greater financial inclusion. Most important thing is financial inclusions, whether rich or poor, irrespective of the levels, within the banking customers, we have to include. Unbanked population, you have to include them. So it's useful, lower operational cost and offering better security as well. So we have reasons to believe venture capital is also investing money. That's also moving in the right direction, over 30 million last year. Investors in Qatar chose to back industries such as e-commerce, delivery services and fintech, which also saw increased demand during the pandemic, retain top 3 spots by number of deals as well as the value of the deals. So these 3 areas, delivery, people order food at home, they connect the restaurants, use the payment gateway, and fintechs are the enablers. Similarly, we are seeing the digital commerce is going through fintech companies as collaborative model. Startup of the e-commerce sector secured approximately 60% of the total funding raised in Qatar. Increased funding, also subsequent deals are also shaping up. Now, there are many companies who are in the early stage, and Qatar Fintech, co-founded by Qatar Development Bank and established support the growth of the fintech industry in Qatar. Doha Bank itself plays a very big collaboration with them. 11 early stage in fintechs were also selected to join Wave 2. One is the incubator, another one is accelerator. So we have a combination of both. Now, incubator programs, Snunu Trading and Services, as well as Kati from Qatar. 11 mature fintechs have selected Wave 2 of the accelerator programs. Twilight Technology, for example, from Qatar. Qatar Fintech Hub has tied up with several global fintech hubs, financial institutions, universities, technology partners, industry experts, and others to offer best global opportunities. Doha Bank has been in the forefront, valued partnership that reflects the bank's commitment to support the transformation in the financial sector. Active member of the Qatar Fintech Hub. We have sponsored the hackathon last year, and again, second demo also we've sponsored Qatar Fintech Hub. That is one of the largest fintech programs, and we are addressing the gaps through the Qatar Fintech Hubs. We are using these fintech hubs to our mutual advantage as well. Supporting the transformation of the financial ecosystem is very important. Customers should get the value advantage. So that's where we are moving in the right direction. We are also technology savvy in total terms. We take the innovation in the forefront. We are the prime mover, I should say. Leading commercial banks, we are constantly innovating and seeking partners. Fintech initiatives, our digital wallets are also has been very high customer adoption engagement as a result of fintech collaboration. Our face-to-face authentication on mobile banking is another successful use of fintech adoption. So we are there, facial recognition, voice adaptations, fintech hubs. Among our key initiative, partnering with fintech startups and QFT hedge programs are very beneficial, providing us to leading fintechs who are eager to explore Qatar market. So we are the gateway. We are the gateway for these companies. Qatar Central Bank has already issued a second strategy document for that is almost 5 years now up to this year, where fintech applies to each of the 5 pillar strategy. Balancing innovation and stability in the financial markets remains a core focus of Qatar Central Bank and open up an opportunity for better supervision via RegTech. Major startups, Spendwise, Carti, Disby, Skip Cash, Sea Wallet, all are top names in the country. Now, rest of the Gulf states are also coming up well. Fintech's customers, if you look at it, we have good names, and these applications are quite productive. Now we have tech solutions of future payments we are using for mobile payments, payments of loyalty, mobiles checkout, because we are becoming a cashless society slowly. DeFi will drive payments, bank accounts as a commodity now, and currencies will go into blockchain. So essentially, facial recognition, Doha Miles, retail offering are all highly productive. Qatar is another company which is very successful. Is a fintech providing tailored financial experience. The Qatar citizens and residents struggle to analyze the monthly spending, assign budgets, experience lengthy process while paying friends and families, and often multiple bank accounts on the cards to get the best service. So instead of giving multiple cards, essentially summing it up and measuring it against a budget, it's a very meaningful comparison. Lifestyle solution, unified experience when complementing the basic banking products, current account, debits and credit cards, offering a full digital solutions to control the transaction with budgeting options to track spending. More importantly is you have to keep tracking your spending. Master your money with smart analysis, track how much you spent with automatic categorization and edit a transaction manually by specifying it. Peer-to-peer payments made easy, instantly receive money from other Qatar users via your contact list or generate payment request link for non-Qatar friends. So budgeting is never made, in the past. Now budget smarter to never overspend. Take control of your spending by sending, putting monitoring mechanism as well as controlling the expenditure. Split the bill if you wish. Similarly, if you look at Qatar itself, partners they are using Visa, Qatar Fintech, Qatar Science and Technology Park, and Qatar Foundation. Now we have a few questions to answer. Now, why the fintech adoption by the banks in the region is on the lower side? To improve the full banking, we need to have individual tabs, because in a banking spectrum, wholesale is different from retail. Transaction-based processing made predominantly in the retail. Customized solutions, whether it is corporate finance, whether it's a treasury or trade, are all on the wholesale. Treasury have separate discussions with fintech to build partnership. The customer specification is different, customer type is different, the accounting methods are different. Trade finance, again, is an opportunity through fintechs. Technology will be business partners and provide solutions to some of the challenges which customers are experiencing. And when it comes to roadblocks, consumers lack exposure to tech can negatively impact banks and fintechs working together. Not all consumers may understand the technology. This impacts the ability of the banks and fintechs to target them. Now, collaboration between banks and fintechs can create trust issue because they trust the financial institutions. It is there historically. These are new crops. Customers still prefer traditional banking, not collaborations. Banks will face increased dependency on tech. The result will bring about big cultural changes, customer experience, because everything is now empowerment of the customer. Banks and fintechs working together may bring about new risk. Fintech startups intervening with the banks and legacy systems can cause the emergence of new unforeseen risk like compliance risk, operational risk, cyber risk, and more. So future of mobile banking, digital banking has been promising. Digital only banking will shape the future, and we understand Internet of Things, blockchain technology, open banking. Open banking is a practice where the legacy banks can open up their application programming interface to external parties, allowing them to integrate third-party services into the systems. It is access to the data and the process and blend the services accordingly. It's a beautiful opportunity. It helps the banks to embrace digitization without having to spend any, without having to spend the major capital expenditure. So open banking helps you, and world over, that's the trend we are seeing now. And to conclude, mobile banking and digital banking will be felt in Internet of Things, blockchain, and open banking. Fintech mobile players will emerge but not replace the traditional bank. They have to collaborate. You need a payment gateway, and regulation will also protect a coexistence. Fintech's enabler for digital transformation as well as the banks. Increased funding to be witnessed in fintech industry. Digital banking fintechs across the globe has got huge potential in tandem. We have seen the countries like Sweden, they are cashless now. So more and more you'll have digital e-commerce will flourish, and discretionary elements will be minimized. Transaction tracking becomes easy. So we are living in a digital world, and it's going to be a very different experience from a customer perspective as well as a bank's perspective.